this alley, so it's a bike lane. The problem with this is that the bike lanes here in Sofia are on the pavement, so we are sharing the road with pedestrians because the infrastructure is so bad that they really cannot afford to place a bike lane on the road. You can see on my right side that the cars are already in a jam, not completely in a jam, but like slow moving. So if you have a bike lane there, it will be very bad because the roads are narrow. It's not well engineered. Architecture is not very, how to say, thought out, the whole system in the city. But nevertheless, I can't complain. There are a lot of people that cannot have the luxury of going on the bike lanes because there are just few of them. And of course, like everything in our town, we can the cars are with, how to say, they're taking over everything. So you have to go underground with your bike, or if you're a pedestrian, like you are going underground. You cannot pass on the road because the cars have to pass. So cars are ruling our city, and this is how it is, and this is how everything is planned. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying the reality. And there are a lot of close encounters with pedestrians as well, which is not good for both sides because pedestrians are also getting mad, like this woman here. But what can we do? The first, I would say, 2 kilometers from my right are just this. This is, I think, around 1 mile or something, a mile and something. I'm not very good in converting, so sorry for the people who are not using metric, but I will be using kilometers because it's easier for me. This is how my brain is set up at the moment. Then I have a nice ride in the park. There are a couple of lanes that are merging into the park, so I'm going through the park, and I would say here I'm already like 2-3 kilometers into my 12 kilometers ride. Here I have a nice hill that I'm going into, and overall it's very pleasant experience in the beginning of the ride. Even though I'm suffering, most of you know that I'm very heavy, so it's very hard for me, but so far I was enjoying the ride, and it was nice because I had place to move. I had no cars to worry about, and even if there are cars in other countries, it's fine. But little by little, as the route continues, I'm just, starting to battle with cars on the narrow streets. And the problem is not the cars in general, but the way how the drivers are behaving, because you are a nuisance to them, so you are very, how to say, attractive for abuse. So you have to be really 100% concentrated and watch your back and so on. Once the road finishes, then I was faced with going off-road with my bike. Now I have two bikes. One of them is a mountain bike and the other is a road bike. And I choose the road bike, and maybe I chosen the wrong bike because here I had to cross something like a river in one part of the town that is not very well developed, and this is the result. So, but this was actually, to be honest, much better than riding the ride that I had to endure afterwards. I was just going here through the, middle of nowhere, and there were no people, no cars, no dogs, nothing. So I must say that I enjoyed this part much more than what I had to endure later. And I joined, after I passed this section, I joined something like very, very, very hard traffic in a road that's very bad, not well maintained. And actually I was very hesitant if I should just push the bike or ride, but there are a couple of kilometers, so if I was pushing the bike I would arrive quite late at work, and that's not an option as well. So I had to ride, and you see like very narrow passes because the road is very, narrow as well, but it's also because of the behavior of the drivers. They're really not tolerant to cyclists, and they're just riding, and this is how it went all the time on this road. As I said, there were a couple of times that I was considering like I will stop and I would never do that again. Like this is how it goes, because I was feeling like endangered from all this riding. Maybe one of the reasons is that I don't have a back mirror. Next time I will equip myself with one, because I at least can anticipate the cars that are coming behind me. But nevertheless, I still feel that a lot of cars could have given me more space and could have ridden a little bit slower. Here in Sofia, everybody is driving like crazy, very fast, way above the speed limit, but I mean like way above it, and also very aggressive. So you really have to watch out all the time. 100% concentration, not only because of the riders, but because of the road. A lot of people are breaking the law. A lot of pedestrians are going on the road on unmarked areas. There are dogs that can jump up from any like place, bushes and trees, and just hiding, and a lot of dogs, a lot of homeless dogs. So if one of these dogs jumps in front of your bike and you try to run away from him, you can get, run over by a car. Also, the road is very bad, as you can see, especially for a road bike. But that's not such a big problem. I actually am very pleased with the performance of my new bike. It's just an entry-level road bike from Drag. It's a Bulgarian company. I feel pretty okay with it. I haven't ridden anything else, but considering that I'm so heavy and I had no issues with it so far, I believe I made a good choice. So this last part of the trip, I was already tired, already feeling like down from all the stress that I endured. And to be honest, the whole magic of riding a bike was missing here. Here I was not enjoying it. I was feeling like I don't belong to this road. I was feeling like I'm just, going to be killed here, and I will leave my kids and my wife alone or something. I was in dark place. Maybe because I was also getting tired, but I believe mostly because of all the stress that I had to endure so far, especially when I was already getting tired and all of that. And needless to say, once I reached my destination, which is my workplace, I was feeling very good. I was feeling relieved. I did it, I managed it, and of course I thought about it again, like this was a great thing. I love doing that. So maybe the best thing to do if you live in a city like mine, I know that there are much worse places, is just to plan your road very good. Plan your road, be calm, and even if you have to take like a lot of extra miles, kilometers or whatever, just take them and go earlier, because this is why we do it for. It's not only about riding the bike, it's feeling good by doing it. Thank you for watching.